where logging trucks, skidders, forwarders, timber haulers, and brutal forest roads prove that hauling wood is never just about power. It is about traction, balance, torque, and the driver's ability to keep control when the ground fights back. This skidder is an absolute powerhouse. With huge chain tires, a reinforced hydraulic grapple, and an unstoppable winch, it takes on steep slopes and muddy trails like a lion in its own territory. Its high-torque engine pulls logs like they are branches, while the heavy blade keeps the path clear. Logging is never easy, but with a machine like this, the job looks almost smooth. Nicholas is not just working in the swamp, it is conquering it. Thick mud, shifting soil, and deep water are no problem for this forwarder. This machine was built for brutal conditions, and today's test proves its reliability in the real world. When logging season arrives, this beast arrives with it. With a high-torque engine, reinforced suspension, and all-wheel drive, it laughs at mud, steep grades, and rough forest routes. In terrain like this, ordinary trucks would hesitate, but this machine keeps moving. No push, no backup, just pure muscle. This Mercedes 3836 timber truck climbs a brutal hill under a full load like it is nothing. Raw torque and driver control turn a risky climb into a masterclass in logging power.
When a logging giant gets trapped, the brutal beasts show up. This Ural storms into the mud.
The Volvo FH18 750 rolls into the forest before sunrise, cutting through the mist with unstoppable force. With a massive 750 horsepower engine, the FH18 750 does not just carry logs, it dominates them. No terrain feels too rough, and no load looks too heavy when this machine starts pulling. Oh my God, this slope is the enemy of every timber hauler. It is steep, muddy, unforgiving, and ready to punish even the smallest mistake. A full load on a grade like this demands calm hands and serious experience.
The
Sennebogen 830E is the kind of machine every timber yard would want. Built like a true workhorse, it moves long logs with steady precision. Whether powered by diesel or electric drive, it delivers smooth, reliable performance and turns heavy log handling into a perfectly timed mechanical ballet. Three Mercedes 3,344 beasts roll through the forest, lined up like war elephants on a mission. With huge torque, all-wheel drive, and reinforced chassis, these trucks handle the heaviest loads without breaking a sweat. Behind them, the John Deere 425K follows like a loyal guardian, ready to help when the terrain gets rough. Deep in the frozen forest, the Scania R580 V8 dominates the timber road. Its roaring V8 delivers brutal torque and smooth control, while the crane loads massive logs with surgical precision. With strength, balance, and reliability, this truck is built to conquer the toughest logging routes. When a Scania roars, you feel it in your bones. This beast does not simply roll forward. It charges ahead with raw energy, carrying the weight of the forest behind it. The Raba H18 charges through the woods like a true logging horse, dragging massive timber up brutal slopes. This giant turns rough terrain into just another challenge, using weight, traction, and torque to keep the load moving. Working in the forest with heavy machinery is never simple. It requires more than strength. It needs precision, reliability, and control. That is why Massey tractors remain a strong choice for forestry operations. Their tough build and powerful performance make them valuable tools for rough terrain and demanding timber work. This beast is built tough. Strong exhaust braking, smooth shifting, and an engine that growls like a lion make the 2520 a serious hauler. Whether carrying heavy loads or climbing steep grades, it does not back down. It is not just a truck, it is a statement. This is the nature of timber work: mud, steep slopes, and raw weight. Only the strongest machines and the most capable drivers can handle it.
F175.
The Chemo XF175 goes wild with ease, pulling giant logs through deep mud and rough slopes. Its raw power, reinforced drivetrain, and unshakable hydraulics make it the undisputed king of timber hauling. No terrain feels too difficult when this beast takes control of the forest. Rolling through Sedro-Woolley, Washington, this Kenworth is not just carrying logs, it is hauling history. Stacked high with fir timber, the engine growls with confidence, and the entire rig is built to handle the heaviest loads. This is logging transport at its best.
Timber isn't just hard.
Timber transport is not just difficult, it is dangerous. One slip, one pull too hard, and tons of wood can turn into chaos. Machines can be rebuilt, but moments like this demand respect, caution, and clear judgment. There is something special about watching a fully loaded truck conquer a muddy forest slope. With traction like a bear's grip and an engine that refuses to quit, this beast keeps pushing forward. And with a strong team behind it, there is never much doubt that it will make it through.
Welcome to the Slough Swamps, where the ground itself becomes the enemy.
Welcome to the swamp, where the ground becomes the enemy. Soft mud grabs heavy logging machines like quicksand, dragging them toward a standstill. In terrain like this, timber hauling becomes a brutal test of strength, traction, and pure operator skill.
When the terrain says no, the TGX 510 says try me.
Kamara Bridge is not just a crossing. It is a real test of engineering and courage. Massive timber beams carry heavy trucks day after day, year after year. Rain, weight, and time push this structure to its limit, but it still stands, proving how strong timber engineering can be. Deep in the mud of the dirty South, this heavy logging truck proves why it is the backbone of timber transport. Massive torque, a brutal chassis, and unstoppable traction pull huge loads through terrain that would stop ordinary trucks cold. In forestry logistics, this machine is pure muscle on wheels. A Ridge 6105 pulls timber through a sea of yellow flowers. Raw power meets breathtaking beauty. The contrast between rugged machine strength and soft, endless fields looks like something from a storybook. Who knew timber hauling could look this majestic? Deep snow, freezing cold, and massive logs are no problem for this groomer. It lifts and hauls the load like a champion, proving winter is just another challenge to conquer. Tough roads, tougher machines in the heart of winter. This machine keeps rolling. With raw torque and power, the Cat 518 has handled countless logs. But Sumama is a different beast. Its massive trunk refuses to move, proving that even the best skidder eventually meets its match. Rolling heavy with a full load, this timber hauler crosses the Mammoth Bridge like a king. The suspension absorbs every bump, the engine roars with raw strength, and the sheer weight of the logs demands respect. The bridge may shake, but this machine stays steady, built to conquer without hesitation. Hard work demands hard machines. The LKT Turbo 81 claws through snow, mud, and fallen timber with massive tires, raw torque, and brute pulling power. Built to drag heavy logs uphill where others fail, this beast turns impossible terrain into another workday. Subscribe to Timber Rush for more logging trucks, forestry machines, timber transport, skidders, mud recovery, winter hauling, heavy equipment, and extreme timber action.